Ulysses S. Grant. In 1859, Ulysses S. Grant freed the one and only slave he ever owned, who had been given to him by his father-in-law. Ulysses S. Grant was in dire financial straits at the time, and if he had sold the slave, he would have had enough money to support his family for several years. Instead, he freed him. When Robert E. Lee surrendered to Grant at Appomattox, Grant gave Lee and his men extremely generous terms so they could go home and get on with their lives. When President Andrew Johnson wanted to arrest Robert E. Lee and try him for treason, Grant told Johnson it violated the conditions of the surrender. When President Johnson persisted, Ulysses S. Grant told him he would hand in his resignation. President Andrew Johnson then backed down. As president, Ulysses S. Grant worked hard to protect the rights of the freed slaves under Reconstruction. Enforcement of African American rights under President Grant wasn't matched until the civil rights legislation of the 1960s. Under Ulysses S. Grant's presidency, the Ku Klux Klan was tracked down and destroyed. It didn't have a serious resurgence until the 20th century. As First Lady, Grant's wife, Julia, whose eyes were crossed, thought that her condition was unacceptable for the president's wife. Julia Grant looked into getting an operation to correct her appearance. Grant told her an operation was unnecessary. Didn't I fall in love with those eyes? Scammed out of his life savings and retirement. And with a diagnosis of cancer, Grant engaged in a race with death to write and publish his memoirs so his wife would have something to live on.